Welcome back to Adri's Homestead Life. Today we are going to harvest lots and lots of vegetables from the garden. I would say today is the first biggest harvest of 2023 growing season. We are going to harvest first of all. I've got this patch of potatoes behind me and I would like to harvest some of those. Also we are going to the brassica cage and we're going to harvest kohlrabi, cauliflower, maybe cabbage, we'll see. Also we're going to harvest broad beans, peas. I'm just thinking what else is ready. Probably we're going to harvest some herbs for drying, and if we've got time we're going to harvest some elderflowers. So if you're interested of any of these, please stay with me and let's harvest the vegetables together. It's a bit of a jungle here for me, the potato patch. So I think we're going to harvest a few. They're not died back, but I've just finished harvesting last year, I've just used up the last portion of last year's potatoes, what was also Charlotte, and from those potatoes actually I've planted from my own potato seeds this crop. So let's see what's here. Storage needs to come out. Let's do this one first. I'm very curious what's here. Wow, that is looking good. You know, the Charlotte, it must be one of my favorites. So that was the seed potato from last year what I grew, and this is this year's. And to be honest, Charlotte, it's a second early potato, and even though it's a second early, probably this would have grown actually a lot bigger. I'm happy to harvest a few. It stores really well, and I also love the taste, so must be one of my favorite potato variety, the Charlotte potato. So lots of tiny miny, never mind. So lots of weed as well, so I'll start to weed along as we go. The sun just came out. It's beautiful. So because we are going to harvest so much today, I kind of freed the next couple of days, so we can have a big cooking day or preserving day from all this crop we are harvesting. So that one, I think that's it. That's it. I always leave a few behind. I think that's it. Let's do another one. I think I'm gonna do 2 more today. But we don't need a lot of potato, and I think we give them a chance to grow a bit more. But these two is going yellow, so, and you know how much I love digging up potatoes, one of my favorite job in the garden. So let's see how much Charlotte potato give mid-June. 3 seed potato. Maybe a few more than 3. Can't remember now how many I put to each hole. That can't be a lot more. Maybe 2, 3. Yeah, I'm quite happy with it. Some of them are quite big, you know. So let's do one more and I'll show you how much we've managed to grow. Wow. Welcome to the brassica cage. Today is 21st of June and we are going to harvest some cauliflower, kohlrabi and maybe some cabbages. So 2 months ago we've planted out this kohlrabi. Now they're ready to harvest. Look how beautiful they are. I am going to harvest all of them because if I would leave it any longer in this heat they'll go woody. And also I need the space for the rest of these plants, rest of the brassicas, some more kohlrabi and some red cabbages. So it's time to all these beautiful kohlrabi to come out. We're gonna have a lovely harvest. I need to weed in here, friends. So much things going on. And here it's supposed to be here as well. Yeah, I'm really happy with this kohlrabi. Wow. It's loads as well. We need to think of the ways we're gonna cook them. I love it just cooked and steamed with butter. Also in a soup is beautiful. Roasted. Okay, we're nearly done. And we have to harvest the cauliflower as well. Now, officially it's summer. Temperature's rising now. Everything's growing so fast. I'll get some volunteer potato in here. Probably need to come out as well. Right, I'll leave the rest because the rest is probably could do with a couple of more weeks. But look at this harvest. Cauliflower next. Sophie, you want some more? I'll give you some. They are on a smaller side, but the reason for that is because it's really overcrowded, so there is loads in a small space. If I would have left bigger space, our cauliflower would have been a lot bigger. But I'm happy. This will make us a lovely meal. Quite a few meals actually. So you can hear my goat already asking for the cauliflower leaves. So we can have that. Right. Remember I've planted about 6, 7 in here. Nothing keeps getting me. There's one small there. This one now is going to seed. I've also got a green woodpecker somewhere here with me. It's got injured. I think that's it. It's not the best harvest I've ever had, but better than nothing. Still got loads of iceberg lettuces that needs to be harvested next, but I'm gonna weed this. And there is some more cabbages. Can't remember now. I can't see the signs. Spring cabbage. That needs to go in as well. Soon, very, very soon. I've also got some. This is, I think, a red cabbage. That really needs to go in now. And I've got some more. What are these in here? I've got some more cauliflower actually. Some more cabbage. So we are now by our onion bed. And as you can see, looks like about half of them now ready to harvest. How I know if the garlic and the onion ready to go, for harvest? So what they do, the green top flip on the ground. So as you can see, let's see, I've got a row of garlic in here. So these two, it's okay, the rest flip, so I will harvest. Same with the onions. Can you see all these are now, it's called it like a neck. It flips over and then that's mean it's ready to harvest. Some of them are still standing. I leave them for a bit. So I will harvest most of the onions where the greens are now flipped over and laying on the ground. These are the two good examples in here. So this is still standing, I leave it. Next to it, I'm going to harvest this. This wasn't the perfect way of harvesting. I usually need to use my tools and then gently just loosen up and pull it out really gently. But this is now ready for harvest. It is windy and I've just heard the thunder. So let's see how far we can go before it starts raining. So I leave the ones what's still standing. Little fork, loosen up with my little fork, so I can take as much as possible roots out. Oh, actually so nice this wind after a hot day. Wow! Where did that wind come from? Oh, and it started raining. Right. I think we're gonna continue harvesting the onions later. A couple of hours later, had a good rain. Actually, it was a good rain. It was short but good. We are ready to harvest onions. So all these here, most of them, are lying flat on the ground. I'm just loosening the soil a bit and then just pull it out. That soil is still dry. Look, can you see? It's flipped over the green and it's ready to harvest. So the way I'm gonna put to dry in the drying rack is gonna be like that. I'll show you. And I've just got this box. I'm gonna collect it in here, and I'll show you how I cure them or dry them first before storage, or what's gonna be the options we're gonna do with these onions. So because I'm having an amazing onion year, so we've got so much onion, we can't just all store because we won't store like for the whole year. And my whole purpose is to grow in all these onions to have a whole year worth of onions. So some of these gone to seed. So that means like these ones here, they're going to seed, and this one here. I'm leaving these two now, and I will be harvesting some seeds to try to grow from seed. But these onions will, it's called San Shu. I'll leave the name below the video. And there's overwintering variety. So I've used sets, and I put the sets in the ground last year, autumn time. So can you see this thicker leaf that's gone to seed? So I just snipped that off, but that means the bulb stopped growing. But that's still edible, but this needs to be harvested first. Use up first. So what I'm gonna do, I will have another box, and I will be collecting the ones what's gone to seed separate, and we will freeze dry these or use it fresh within a couple of months. I store it in a fridge, and then we're gonna use it up for the next couple of months. The rest will go on a drying rack. So, because this onion does so well for me this year, I think I'm gonna stick with this onion, you know. So we'll definitely get some more sets later on this year, and they'll be going in the ground again end of summer, autumn, and we're gonna have space. They are absolutely gorgeous bulbs. Look at that. Amazing. I've nearly harvested most of the onions I wanted. So I leave those ones standing still. You can actually leave these onions in this bed until these greens totally die back. The reason I am pulling them up when they are now ready to harvest, because I will be using this bed for something else. Also, what you can do if you're not, desperate to put something else in the bed. Hello, son. Hello, sweetie. You can just, if it's, let's say, if it's a dry spell coming up, so we're not gonna have any rain for a week or so, you can just leave them here to dry in a bed. But because the next couple of days I will be planting some other vegetables in here, so I need a space. So I think I've harvested all the onions today I wanted. I leave the rest until it gets to this stage, then these. We are going to harvest the garlic next. I cannot remember the variety of this garlic. This row is shop bought garlic bulbs that I've used last autumn. So I just loosen the soil up with my little fork, and I will harvest this garlic. It's beautiful this year. I've got so much garlic this year. I never usually buy. Or did I buy these? I think somebody got me. Or is it the soft neck I wanted to try? I need to check my notes. Because never usually buy garlic, because I've got so much popping up each year. Just something rings me about that. I think these ones are from the shop. And then I'm gonna dry these same way than the onion. I'm just gonna put that on my drying rack for curing, drying before we use it up. I probably gonna freeze dry some and make powder like I usually do, garlic powder. Use it up in different spices what we're gonna make. I'm also thinking of using it up, like mix it in oil and freeze it. You know, just mince it in oil, season and freeze. Also we leave some braided for fresh eating, but it usually don't last really long time, the garlic for me. There's two different varieties of garlic. There is the soft neck and hard neck. The hard neck is the one what gives the garlic scapes, you know, when it goes to flour and we just pinch it out and cook with it. Those won't store really well. The soft neck variety stores well. Right, look at this garlic. It's huge, we need another box. I don't know where to put it. I was also going to harvest. We've got another 2 rows of garlic on the other side of the vegetable garden. Also, I've harvested loads yesterday in my arch raised bed. Sorry, Sand, you okay? So we ended up with, I would say, 3 boxes full of garlic. So we are now going to take this, onion to the drying rack. And we've also got that much garlic over there. And then let's go harvest some more garlic. You alright, Luz? So this is the other 2 rows of garlic I would like to harvest. Because their leaves are now turning yellow. And I can see a lovely size. So I just put the fork under, loosen that soil and the root. I can't believe how dry this is after all that rain we had. Unbelievable. It's a lovely evening, about 6, half 6. A bit cloudy, so it's not too warm. Oh, honestly, it's so dry. And we just had a rain. So, look. Let's harvest some berries next. The raspberries are now ready. So we're going to fresh eat as much as we can. It's got hollow inside. They are lovely raspberries and they're thornless, so it's easy to pick. Got no thorns on them. We'll see how much we've got. With the leftovers, I might make some jam or freeze dry. We'll see what we're gonna do with them. Ah, this is a jungle now. Oops! I just fell in a hole. That would have been funny. Yeah. Can't even see them and it's loaded. I think I'm gonna pick this full. You know? I'm gonna carry on picking this and I'll bring you back when we pick some strawberries. Managed to pick this much raspberries, look. Let's pick some strawberries next. I used this mesh netting to cover this bed because the birds were eating the lovely berries. Strawberries must be my favorite berry. And our absolute favorite jam is strawberry jam. Something is eating it. Slugs. Slugs eating it. Look. Oh, Sandy. Right. Oh dear. Hello. Here they come now, both here. Because we're having this rainy days now. They're covered with slugs, you know. We haven't got much, to be honest. I haven't got a lot. But I would like to pick now. This is my first pick. I've not picked this yet. So I haven't even tried it. I'm going to pick it now. Even the one is not fully ripe, I'll pick it. Otherwise the slug's gonna have it. So that's where I'm going to cure or dry my onions. This is my drying rack. I'll make this for me, and I'll show you what I do. So I've got the onion this way, and I'm gonna pull through the green bit in this mesh like that. Actually, I'll leave a couple out so they hopefully don't touch the bulbs, and then they're just gonna end up being like this. So pull it through again like that. Gentle, and that's gonna stay here for me for a couple of weeks. And when I see that green top is drying out nicely, turning brown, we are going to braid it, and then we can put it in a storage. We are close to my annex, and that's where we're gonna store it. So I'm just carry on doing this, and I'm just showing you the end result. Look how nicely I filled up this drying rack. So these lovely onions will cure and dry in here for a while. I'll keep you posted. So this is the potato I managed to harvest, the Charlotte from my last year's harvest. I've put these potatoes in the ground on 8th of April this year, and today is 21st of June. So look what a lovely harvest we've got. We've only harvested one row of potatoes. I've also picked some lemon balm and I'm going to air dry this in a kitchen above my aga. Aga is now off, but my kitchen is warm, so that will dry there. And the first picking of berries. So we've got a few Logan berries, lots of raspberries and some strawberries in this bowl. And this is the cauliflower harvest. This is the onion we've harvested today. I'm gonna probably end up drying this on a drying rack. We found space. I'll just put it in this box for now. So this is all the garlic. This is the onion what I'm going to use up first and freeze dry some. So we're gonna deal with this now. I'm just gonna literally take the top off because this doesn't need, and clean it a bit. So it's gonna be less job in the kitchen to deal with. I'll give it a bit more, you know, clean and wash. So I'm gonna just end up using this fresh now in the kitchen. So I'm gonna finish it off like that, the rest of the wheelbarrow full. With the garlic, I might put it on a drying rack next to the onion. I think there was just enough space for this. So that will go in on a drying rack. And I am just gonna deal with this kohlrabi now, and we take everything to the house. So, you know, I'll probably just take this off, so we don't need to take, you know, all the greens. I'll try to take this off like that. So I'm gonna collect all these kohlrabi and have a think about it, what we're gonna do with it. And all these lovely greens will go to the animals. They will love it. It's a very good kohlrabi harvest. I need to think. We can ferment some, roast, boil, steam, freeze dry, fresh eat, soup. You know, there's loads of things you can do with it, really. And we've got more coming in. So I finished with everything now. So we've got the potatoes, cauliflower, the onion we need to use up, and the kohlrabi. Let me show you again. The garlic joined the onion. Looking so good. – 9 o'clock and it's still sunny. It's 10 to 9, 21st of June. And it's still sunny. Sun just going down now. So this year it falls on Wednesday, the June 21st. And precisely it was 3:57 p.m. in the UK. It's kind of a special day. That's when we enjoy 16 hours and 38 minutes of daylight. So it's like a longest day today. The sun rose, I think, 4:45 and sets 22 minutes past 9. And how beautiful the evening is today. We've managed to do so much today. So we harvested the garlic, and the onion and the potatoes, the cauliflower, some lemon balm, strawberry, raspberry. So it's the first big harvest of the year. It's a nice way to celebrate the longest day. I'll hope you enjoyed the vlog. I've already put the garlic to dry with my onion, so the table is now nearly full. Just started raining again. It's crazy today, it was. But I love it because the garden really needed the rain, and it still needs the rain. I really enjoyed sharing with you and harvesting with you today. And we are going to find out what we're doing with all that produce, what we've harvested today. But for now, bye friend.